When most people picture Henry Cavill, they see Superman's sculpted jawline or Geralt of Rivia's steely stare. They see the Hollywood leading man polished, confident, heroic. But beneath the red cape and Witcher's sword lies something most didn't expect: a self-proclaimed nerd, a man obsessed with PC gaming, who proudly admits he'd rather build a computer than party in Hollywood. These gamer moments, funny, awkward, and completely unpolished, have become legendary. They prove something rare in celebrity culture: that authenticity can be more magnetic than perfection. Henry Cavill isn't embarrassed by his hobbies, he celebrates them. And in doing so, he's redefined what it means to be a star in the modern age. The missed Superman call. One of the most iconic Henry Cavill gamer stories is the Superman casting phone call. Imagine this: Zack Snyder, director of Man of Steel, is calling to tell Cavill he's about to become Superman, the role of a lifetime. But Cavill doesn't pick up. Why? Because he's in the middle of playing World of Warcraft. He later admitted, laughing, that he was so engrossed in a dungeon raid he ignored his phone. By the time he looked down, he saw the missed call from Snyder. That moment, a gamer so committed he risked missing Superman, became instant legend. It revealed two things. First, Cavill's unapologetic dedication to gaming. Second, his refusal to curate his life for Hollywood perfection. Who else admits to nearly missing the biggest moment of their career for a video game? Only someone truly unashamed. Fans didn't mock him for it. They loved him more. Because in that story, they saw themselves distracted, absorbed, passionately nerdy. It proved he wasn't just a movie star, he was a gamer like them. The PC build video that broke the internet in 2020 during the pandemic lockdown, Cavill posted a video to Instagram of himself building a custom gaming PC. No cape, no script, just Henry Cavill in a tank top, screwing together parts, carefully slotting in the graphics card, and struggling with cables like any other PC builder. The internet went wild. The video went viral, not because it was glamorous, but because it was so ordinary. Here was Superman hunched over like a teenager in a bedroom, cursing at screws, sweating over motherboards. It was deeply relatable, but what made it powerful was his lack of irony. He wasn't mocking himself. He wasn't doing it as a gag. He was genuinely enjoying the process. His captions showed pride. His face showed joy. In a culture where celebrities often hide their nerdy hobbies to appear cool, Cavill flipped the script. He made nerdy cool by embracing it fully. The clip has since been replayed millions of times, inspiring fans to build PCs themselves. Owning the nerd identity, most celebrities who reveal nerdy habits do so sheepishly, as if apologizing for being uncool. Cavill doesn't. He wears it as a badge of honor. In interviews, he's spoken proudly about playing Total War, The Witcher games, and World of Warcraft. He doesn't downplay it. He details his characters, strategies, and hours invested. This is crucial because it shifts the cultural narrative. For decades, nerd culture was stigmatized. Gaming was for kids. Dungeons and Dragons was for outcasts. But today, nerd culture is pop culture. Gaming generates more revenue than film and music combined. And Cavill is a symbol of that shift. By showing that Superman himself is a gamer, he bridges the gap between geek and arrow. He proves you can be both. You can bench press like a superhero and still obsess over frame rates. You can star in blockbuster movies and still lose sleep grinding raids at 3 a.m. Relatability in a world of perfection. Part of Cavill's appeal is relatability. Most celebrities cultivate an untouchable image: endless parties, red carpets, luxury vacations. That lifestyle feels distant, almost alien. But Cavill showing himself missing calls for gaming or wrestling with PC screws, that feels real. Relatability is a form of power. In a media landscape oversaturated with curated perfection, the unpolished stands out. Cavill's nerd moments went viral precisely because they punctured the Hollywood facade. They reminded fans that even the most iconic leading man is still just a guy with hobbies, frustrations, and passions. It's no coincidence that fans often comment, "He's one of us." Because in that phrase lies the true magic. Cavill transformed from distant star to community member. The connection to The Witcher, Cavill's gaming identity, became even more important when he was cast as Geralt of Rivia in Netflix's The Witcher. Unlike many actors who only learn about their roles after signing contracts, Cavill was already a Witcher superfan. He had played the games extensively, read the novels, and immersed himself in the lore long before Hollywood called. In interviews, he spoke passionately about respecting the source material, even debating producers over details to stay true to the world fans loved. That dedication didn't come from studio notes. It came from years of being a gamer. This authenticity made fans trust him. They knew he wasn't just another actor cashing a paycheck. He was one of them, a player who had walked the same digital paths. His nerdiness gave him credibility, and that credibility made The Witcher a phenomenon. Pride without shame. The thread tying all of Cavill's gamer moments together is pride. He doesn't treat gaming as a guilty pleasure or a shameful secret. He treats it as an essential part of who he is. That pride is infectious. It gives fans permission to be proud of their own passions. Suddenly, admitting you spent all weekend gaming feels less embarrassing because Superman does it too. Cavill has normalized nerd identity in mainstream celebrity culture, showing that coolness is not about pretending. It's about owning your truth. A new kind of celebrity, Cavill's unapologetic gamer persona signals a new type of celebrity for the digital age. In a world where fans crave authenticity, polished facades are losing their charm. People don't want gods on pedestals, they want humans who reveal their quirks. Cavill represents this shift. He is not less of a star for admitting he's a nerd. He is more, because in revealing his passions, he created intimacy with fans. His gamer moments became memes, but they also became bridges. Connections between him and millions who see themselves in his quirks. The viral wave Henry Cavill didn't just reveal himself as a gamer. He triggered a global reaction that reshaped the way fans, media, and even Hollywood see him. His nerdy confessions and PC building videos didn't remain small anecdotes. They exploded into memes, headlines, and viral clips that traveled far beyond gaming communities. And in that process, Cavill went from just another handsome movie star to something far more unusual, a symbol of authenticity in a world obsessed with appearances. This is the story of how fans took his gamer moments and turned them into cultural phenomena. The Superman call story and fan relatability. When Cavill admitted he missed Zack Snyder's Superman call because he was raiding in World of Warcraft, fans immediately latched onto it. Memes flooded Twitter and Reddit, images of Superman hunched over a gaming PC. Captions like, "Sorry world, can't save you. Busy farming loot." The story resonated because it was both absurd and deeply relatable. Everyone has ignored an important call or text while distracted by a hobby, but hearing that even Superman nearly missed his chance because of gaming, that was universal comedy gold. Fans weren't laughing at him, they were laughing with him. They admired his honesty, instead of spinning the story into Hollywood polish. "I was training, I was preparing for the role." He admitted he was just a gamer nerd. That vulnerability made him more loved, not less. The PC build that broke the internet. Cavill's 2020 PC building video deserves its own chapter in internet history. Within hours of posting, the video spread across Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Reaction videos poured in. Tech forums dissected his build choices. Fitness pages drooled over the combination of muscles and motherboards. The internet split into camps, gamers admiring his technique, casual fans shocked that Superman knew how to install a GPU, and meme makers who couldn't resist captions like, "World's strongest nerd." One reason it went so viral was timing. During the pandemic, millions were stuck at home, many discovering or rediscovering hobbies like gaming and tech. Cavill's video arrived at the perfect cultural moment, validating those hobbies on the world stage. Fans felt seen. If Superman could spend quarantine building a PC, then their own nerdy pursuits were not just acceptable, they were cool. The meme machine. From that point on, Cavill became a meme goldmine. Every time his name trended, fan accounts recycled the same jokes. Superman can bench press a car, but he can't resist one more raid. Photoshops of Cavill in full armor at a LAN party. Geralt of Rivia holding a controller instead of a sword. The memes didn't mock him, they celebrated him. They reframed nerdy as heroic. They showed that fans weren't idolizing him for flawless perfection. They were idolizing him for embracing quirks. And unlike many celebs, Cavill leaned into it. He didn't bristle at the gamer jokes. He smiled, doubled down in interviews, and made it clear he was unashamed. By embracing the meme, he fed the fandom's love, creating a positive feedback loop. Fan communities claiming him as one of us. Perhaps the most striking part of the fan reaction was how gaming communities claimed him as their own. Normally, when Hollywood stars dabble in gaming, fans are skeptical. They assume it's marketing, a way to promote a film or brand. But Cavill passed the real gamer test. He talked about his WoW characters, his hours spent grinding, his passion for Total War campaigns. He built his own PC instead of paying someone else to do it. Gamers recognized authenticity. Forums, Discord channels, and Reddit threads lit up with comments like, "He's not pretending, he actually plays." That sense of, "oh, one of us," transformed Cavill into a cultural bridge. He wasn't just Superman on screen, he was a fellow gamer in spirit. For fans who often feel dismissed or mocked by mainstream culture, that recognition was priceless. Redefining the heartthrob archetype. Another reason fans reacted so strongly was because Cavill subverted expectations. In Hollywood, heartthrobs are often portrayed as untouchable playboys. They're linked to parties, luxury, and endless romance rumors. Cavill shattered that stereotype by proudly presenting himself as a homebody nerd. For fans, especially women, this was refreshing. He wasn't trying to impress by flaunting wealth or nightlife. He impressed by showing vulnerability, geekiness, even awkwardness. The combination of physical perfection and nerdy passion created a new archetype, the authentic heartthrob. It sparked endless fan commentary. Imagine Superman skipping the Met Gala to play Wallow. He's hot, he's humble, and he knows how to cable manage. By embracing the gamer identity, Cavill didn't just add a quirk. He redefined what Hollywood masculinity could look like. Fan loyalty and protectiveness. When fans fall in love with authenticity, they become fiercely protective. Cavill's gamer persona generated a wave of loyalty. Whenever media outlets poked fun at him for being a nerd, fans clapped back. When rumors surfaced about him leaving The Witcher, fan campaigns trended demanding justice. His gamer identity wasn't just a hobby, it became part of his brand. Fans saw attacks on it as attacks on authenticity itself. And in defending him, they were also defending themselves, their hobbies, their passions, their right to be proudly nerdy. Virality as cultural shift. Cavill's viral gamer moments reflect a larger cultural shift, nerd culture becoming mainstream. For decades, gamers were marginalized, mocked, stereotyped. But Cavill's unapologetic pride helped flip the script. Suddenly, media outlets that once sneered at gaming were covering it as lifestyle content. How to build a PC like Henry Cavill. Tech brands courted him. Gaming magazines hailed him as an ambassador. He made gaming glamorous without stripping it of authenticity. The viral fan reaction wasn't just about Cavill. It was about society finally acknowledging that gaming is not fringe, but central to modern culture. The ripple effect. Finally, fan reactions had ripple effects. Other celebrities began to embrace their nerdy sides more openly. Studios realized casting actors with genuine love for source material, like Cavill with The Witcher, boosted fan trust. Even gaming companies began referencing Cavill in their marketing, aware that he symbolized credibility. But the biggest ripple was personal. Fans felt validated. Millions of gamers saw themselves reflected in a superstar who proudly admitted he was one of them. The fan reaction wasn't just admiration, it was identification. Redefining masculinity and coolness. Henry Cavill's unapologetic gamer identity is more than a funny anecdote about a missed phone call or a viral PC build. It is a cultural statement. By openly embracing the nerdy side of himself, Cavill challenged long-standing stereotypes about Hollywood, about masculinity, and about what it means to be cool. His gamer moments are not trivial. They are symbolic markers of a cultural shift that is still unfolding. Hollywood's cult of perfection. For decades, Hollywood operated on a formula. Leading men had to look flawless, act flawless, and live flawless. They were supposed to be untouchable icons, chiseled bodies, glamorous lifestyles, polished charm. Vulnerability or quirks were carefully hidden because revealing too much risked damaging the illusion of stardom. Cavill flipped this model. Instead of crafting perfection, he leaned into imperfection. He told stories about ignoring Hollywood calls because he was raiding in World of Warcraft. He showed himself fumbling with screws in a tank top while building a PC. He admitted his favorite pastimes weren't yacht parties or exclusive clubs, but sitting at home in front of a screen. By doing this, he shattered the cult of perfection. Fans didn't love him less for it. They loved him more. He proved that authenticity has more magnetic power than flawless branding. Nerd culture meets the alpha hero. For decades, nerd culture and alpha hero culture were framed as opposites. The superhero on screen was supposed to be the exact opposite of the teenager hunched over a console. Hollywood marketed one as power, the other as weakness. Cavill embodied both. He wasn't embarrassed about the fact that the same hands gripping a sword on screen were also gripping a gaming mouse at 2 a.m. His duality created a new archetype, the gamer hero. This fusion was revolutionary. It told fans they no longer had to choose between being powerful or nerdy. They could be both. Cavill's identity became proof that strength and passion are not contradictions, they're complements. The muscles and the motherboard belong in the same story. Redefining masculinity. Cavill's gamer pride also challenges narrow ideas of masculinity. Traditional Hollywood masculinity emphasized dominance, stoicism, and constant social conquest, but Cavill modeled a different kind of strength, one rooted in honesty, passion, and vulnerability. Think about it: admitting that you're a die-hard gamer, that you've lost hours to a bubble, that you'd rather build a PC than chase clout. These admissions require courage. They risk ridicule in a culture that still dismisses gaming as childish. But Cavill embraced them proudly, and in doing so, he reframed masculinity as authenticity. His message was subtle but profound. Masculinity is not about hiding what you love. It is about standing firmly in it, even if others laugh. That confidence is more powerful than the curated masculinity Hollywood once sold. The cool viz nerdy divide collapses. For decades, society treated cool and nerdy as opposites. Cool was leather jackets, fast cars, and nightclubs. Nerdy was gaming, coding, and fantasy novels. Cool got celebrated, nerdy got mocked. Cavill dismantled this divide by embodying Superman and Geralt on screen while simultaneously geeking out about graphics cards off screen. He blurred the categories. Suddenly, nerdiness wasn't a liability. It was part of the charm. Fans didn't laugh at him for building a PC. They admired him. They didn't cringe when he raved about the Witcher lore. They respected his devotion. In Cavill's case, nerdiness became cooler than cool because it was real. And once he collapsed the divide, millions of fans around the world felt permission to do the same. Gamers, fantasy fans, and self-proclaimed nerds saw in Cavill a reflection of themselves and felt validated. The internet as equalizer. Cavill's gamer moments wouldn't have exploded in the pre-internet age. Traditional Hollywood press would have downplayed them, framing them as embarrassing quirks. But in the era of memes, TikTok clips, and Twitter fandoms, authenticity spreads faster than polish. When Cavill built his PC on video, fans shared it not as awkward, but as inspirational. When he admitted to missing Snyder's call, fans reframed it as proof of his loyalty to gaming culture. The internet amplified his quirks into icons. This shows a deeper shift. Audiences no longer want untouchable gods. They want human beings. They don't demand perfection. They demand relatability. The internet rewarded Cavill's nerdiness because it resonated with millions of fans who also sit in dim rooms, tinkering with hardware, or losing hours in digital worlds. Nerd culture's mainstream triumph. Cavill's unapologetic gamer pride also symbolizes the mainstreaming of nerd culture. Once marginalized, gaming is now the largest entertainment industry in the world. Franchises like The Witcher or World of Warcraft aren't niche, they're global juggernauts. Cavill became the perfect ambassador for this shift. He didn't adopt nerd culture as a PR stunt. He lived it long before fame. His genuine passion made him a trustworthy figure for fans, and his fame gave nerd culture the visibility it deserved. When Superman himself says he'd rather spend Saturday night raiding or tweaking frame rates, it sends a cultural signal. Nerd culture is no longer something to hide. It is mainstream. It is powerful. It is respected. The courage of unashamed passion. There's another deeper lesson in Cavill's story. The courage of passion. In a cynical world where many hide what they love for fear of mockery, Cavill chose the opposite path. He leaned into his quirks. He said, "This is who I am, and I'm proud of it." That courage inspires fans far beyond gaming. Whether someone loves painting, poetry, cosplay, or coding, Cavill's story shows that embracing passion unapologetically is more powerful than pretending to fit in. Fans admire his muscles and roles, yes, but what truly cements loyalty is his refusal to hide his true self. Cultural legacy. In the long run, Cavill's gamer pride may matter as much as his movie roles. His willingness to merge heroism with nerdiness, masculinity with vulnerability, and perfection with authenticity has shifted cultural norms. He has shown Hollywood that audiences don't want robots. They want real people. He has shown fans that nerdiness is not weakness, it's identity. And he has shown society that the old divides, cool vest nerdy, masculine vis, geeky, are relics of the past. Cavill's gamer moments may look funny on the surface, but beneath the memes lies a cultural legacy. He proved that being yourself, fully and unapologetically, can be more magnetic than any scripted role. Henry Cavill's gamer pride is more than entertainment, it's philosophy. It challenges Hollywood perfection, redefines masculinity, and collapses the false divide between cool and nerdy. His viral moments reveal a cultural hunger for authenticity and the triumph of passions once considered niche. Cavill shows that true power is not in pretending to be flawless, but in being fearlessly real. Superman may save the world on screen, but Cavill's greatest superpower in real life is his unapologetic authenticity.